Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. Fasting is the cure for everything. When your body don't have nothing to eat, it's gonna eat all your bad cells up because it go into fight or flight. And when it eats your bad cells, your body release hydrogen, and you know we breathe in oxygen.
What's the fast? Is it the sun's up to down? Is that?
That's what most people do from sun up to sun down. But I like to do it to where when I break my fast, it's just with liquids. I like that liquid diet.
That's hard. So what's the longest you fast for?
Like no food, just water, liquids.
Yep.
Like 42 days. I did about 3 of them.
42 days?
I hate what I'm about to say. I don't even want to say.
No, I don't hate it. We learning. This I ain't gonna lie. This
it's kind of deep.
You go there, bro.
Nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna just say this: when you fast, things really. You're not delusional when you fasting. Things really get weird because you're not seeing into. You seeing beyond the physical realm. You seeing into the spiritual realm.
Why are you protecting? Why are you protecting like?
That's deep.
Going deep. Some of your experiences, like it's.
Okay. Now that is a 40-minute video.
Now that was.
But
that was deep.
That's good enough.
He was about to go there.
Yeah, I just want to I'm gonna give my little 2 cents and get out the way because we really stayed on the other video a little too long. I've done a 40-day fast myself, and it's one of the most brutal things that you can attempt to do as a Christian. It bothers me when I see people at the beginning of the year, they talking about they doing a fast, they do it on Danyelle fast, no meats, no sweets, things of that nature, and you don't lose any weight. And to me, it's you're like a pathological liar. I did a 40-day fast, and I lost almost 50 pounds. I lost almost 50
Yes, I was gonna
pounds.
say that Daniel fast had you looking like a junkie.
And so
That's the truth.
when you fast, there is something very powerful, very spiritual that does happen. I'm almost like him. I can't really explain it. You need to experience it for yourself. Don't try it unless you've been to your doctor and he could tell you that you can handle something like that. You know, at the time when I did it, I was 350 pounds. So me losing 50 pounds, that was just fine. And so I actually could have stayed on a little bit longer, but you do need to be careful when you come off. Liquids is the way to go. But fasting is very spiritual. I invite any man that has been dealing with some things to go on a 7-day, 14-day, 21-day, 40-day fast and watch your life change. That's all I got to say. Go ahead, Bishop.
Well, I'm just gonna throw on just one little thing, and I'm gonna let everyone else hop in on it. We do have some comments in the chat as well. I think Jessica kind of got a kick out of my tomorrow could very well begin Tuesday. But I will say this, and y'all may not know this. Y'all remember Sharif Abdul-Rahim?
Yep.
Played for the Falcons. Played for the Hawks.
He went to my school.
Okay, so he played for the Hawks, and obviously he was Muslim. However, he religiously did a fast in November, which is like the first month of the NBA season. And it was always his best month of the NBA season. So there is something to be said about going on a fast, but I'm gonna see what Ed got and what Kay got.
I'm gonna just chime in here and say fasting is very important. I haven't done it throughout my life as much as I should, but I have done it. And the times that I have done it, and there are different ways to fast. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I got to give myself a little more credit. I have fasted from certain things, but and it's always been a plus for me. Jesus went on a 40-day fast, right? I don't feel like, and this may just be me, but when Jesus was Jesus, he was definitely Jesus and God at the same time. Y'all just stay with me with this. I'm going somewhere. When Jesus was Jesus, he was definitely all God and all Jesus in the human form. He was all human and God at the same time. But and when he was human, I mean, as he was Jesus, he didn't really tap into the all God thing a lot because he was here to feel what we feel. And we're not all God. Even though we have God in us, we're not God. We are. So what I'm saying is, had Jesus not went on that 40-day fast, the devil would have tempted him very easily in his human form. Because as soon as he came off that fast, the devil came straight at him. Because the devil thought he was weak. But he was actually stronger than he had ever been in his human form. Right. So he was able to fight off all of he was able to give the enemy, or he was able to fulfill the scripture that says, resist the enemy and he will flee.
And he will flee.
He was able to fulfill that and show us an illustration of that during that experience. So fasting is very, very important. It's super important. And it's nothing but beneficial things that happen from fasting. And I'm actually, going to start back doing that a lot more. Now that we're talking about it, it's just coming back to me. Like, yeah, let's do that. I used to fast every Wednesday, every week. I used to fast every Wednesday until 4:00. Used to do one meal on Wednesdays. Some Wednesdays it was hard because the flesh want what it want when it want it or whatever. But I think I'm gonna start going back to that. And I mean, build yourself up to it. If you ain't fasted, don't start off with no 40-day fast. Because one thing about it, if you set out to do a 40-day fast and you break it, you're going to feel defeated. So start off with a day. Start off with 2 days and build yourself up to it or whatever. Fasting is very important.
Come on, Kay.
So I feel like, I fasted. I've gone through the Daniel fast, and that's why I said that the Daniel fast have you walking around looking like you done did. That weight fall off fast.
Yeah,
Like,
it
oh
will.
my Lord. But I've done fasting for actual weight loss, but some of the things during me doing it, there is a level of clarity in the mind, like seriously, when you are doing fasting, because all of the things that, like, impurities in food, all of those emotional connections to food, and the discipline that you really need is connected to the I always say the popcorn generation, the access that we have. And so that denying your flesh, that denying your urges, it really shows you a level of not just strength, but even just mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that I've listened to Kevin Gates on so many things, and honestly he be trying to like not be deep, but it's hard because he really has chosen a certain lifestyle for himself.
Yeah.
But I think that
even Ashley says not fasting advice from Kevin Gates. And Jesse came back and said, Ashley, laugh out loud. Yes, Kevin.
Right.
Oh my God.
Like, wow.
No, but if you really watch Kevin, people say what they want to say about Kevin. But some of the same one we don't want to listen to, Kevin gets some great tips on how to keep your body clean and all of those things. Like I say, I ain't gonna, and he may not always give the best reflection of certain things, but eat what you can and spit out the rest.
Eat
But
the meat,
like I said,
spit out the bones.
He if you really listen to him, he's very wise beyond his years, and you could tell he grew up with somebody who knew the Lord for sure.
Yep.
When you listen to the things that he say, like he very, very much in tune. And that's why, even if you watch the video, I actually did watch the video in its entirety, even though I didn't know where that man at the end came from. But anyway, the thing that I will say, the why he said this before, why he didn't want to go into the spiritualness, because he's like, I'm not finna tongue wrestle with nobody who don't believe how I believe or don't understand that we really are dealing with spirits and things of that nature, and that God is real. And I feel like that's what a lot of times there's a connection to that, because all of the impurities, all of the things that keep our brains so cluttered, keep our body so it's that freedom. Yeah, it's way different, and you feel so much lighter. He is definitely right. You have to come after a cleanse. Like the longest one I've ever done outside of the Daniel fast was 24 days. And man, it's definitely, it is a friend power, and you have to come back in with liquids, because if you don't, everything you eat runs straight through you, because your body's like, what is this?
So we just wanted to drop a little bit on that for y'all, because a lot of times men, fasting is not something that's talked about amongst us.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that's generally done. You just do it on your own, and
Mm-hmm.
it's private, something that you do between you and God. But we
Absolutely.
want to shed some light on it, because it is pertinent even today, and some things don't come but through fasting and prayer. That's the Bible. That's the
Well,
scripture
Absolutely.
on that.
Bible.
You
Isaiah
know,
58:6
but
says, "It is not the fast that I have chosen to loose bands. Is it not the fast I have chosen to loose the bands of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, and to let the oppressed go free, that ye break every yoke?" And